I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to the reggae song. Feel good. Guys, alright. Hi guys, it's Tina and I am back, and I just came back from Jamaica. And I have a haul video for you guys, but it's a PR haul video. So I'm going to talk about products that I received in PR, which thankfully was not a bunch, and there were actually products that I was interested in, or that I was like, oh, hey, hi, I am interested, please, thank you. So I got some good stuff here to try out, and I'm gonna share that with you guys. But I also wanted to do like a little bit of a chatty catch-up haul. I don't know how many swatches I'm gonna do. You know, I usually with my haul videos I do close-up swatches and stuff. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna get into. Like, I really want to be laid back with this video and not have too much editing to do. Would you guys mind that? Let me know. I'm just gonna do it really laid back and really simple and really easy. And if you don't like that, then I'll go back to the other format. But for this video, let's just try to kick it old school and just swatch as I go, right? We're gonna do that. So I just came back from Jamaica, and something that I realized. All right, let's just talk for a second. So when you're an immigrant, hi there, build all the walls you want to Trump, bite me. So as an immigrant, and if you grew up in the country that you are originally from, which I came here at 18, I was turning 19. So I like to say I came here at 19 because I was almost 19. But when you grow up in that country and they speak like a different language or they have a different accent, then you of course are gonna maintain that somewhat. Especially at 19, where it's like embedded in me, that's where I grew up. It's just in you, right? It's innate. And a lot of people say to me that they don't necessarily hear my accent, or they hear something but they're not quite sure what it is because my accent isn't really pronounced. It's not really in your face, and they think I came here when I was really young, but no, I came here around almost 19. The thing I find interesting is that my brother, or like other family members that came here even younger than me, their accent is still really strong, and it's funny to hear them speak. Like my brother, right, my oldest brother, when he speaks you can hear his accent, and it's just interesting, the difference. But I can switch it on and off. And there's a term for it. It's called code switching, right? So you switch from your regular everyday accent to the more corporate accent when you're out in society, right? So anyways, to me or no, I went to Jamaica and I automatically switched into my Jamaican accent. Not like patois. You guys hear it come out here and there when I get like all excited and I speak patois, which is the dialect in Jamaica, so you'll hear it then. But when I speak to my friends and my family in Jamaica that speak Jamaican, I switch into my Jamaican English accent. So when I talk to my best friend, which is hilarious, I automatically switch into the Jamaican. So I realized I never truly shared that here on this channel, and I want to do a little bit more of that. I actually want to do a video where I do it, or try to do it, in my Jamaican accent. So something interesting about this year, I turned 36 in January. I have now officially been in this country as long as I've been in Jamaica. Well, not like close, but this year will be that anniversary where it's split 18 and 18 years that I've been in this country. So, of course, I'm acclimated. I kind of switched over. Now my accent is more dominantly American. And when I went to Jamaica because my best friend's father passed away. So rest his soul. He was very young too. He was only 61, and so she's devastated, and I went to support her. And she had to read a part of the eulogy with her aunt, and she just couldn't do it. She was breaking down and she was crying, so there's no way she was going to get through it. So she asked me to read that part of the eulogy for her. So I went up, and initially when I was reading it, like rehearsing it, it was in my Jamaican accent, but once I was on stage and I had to read, it was automatically switched to my American accent, and it was funny because I'm like, eh? So it's almost like my comfort now is just the regular American accent, and it's not like a New York accent or anything crazy, but it's just this American accent that I use when I'm reading, and it's easier for me to do the American accent speaking on camera. So I thought it would be interesting to try to do a video where it's strictly my Jamaican accent. So I'll give you a taste of it. So pretty much it would not be patois, or anything like that. It wouldn't be my dialect. It would actually be speaking English just like this, but with my Jamaican accent. And with my Jamaican accent, I get a little bit deeper, so you hear the intonation, it's a little bit deeper than my regular American accent, and the way I say the words are going to be extremely different. So I'm going to try it one time. I'm going to see if I can actually accomplish it, but I'm not quite sure how good I would be at it, but I will try one time. But yeah, so I went to Jamaica and now I'm back, and I am actually headed to Milan in a couple of days, and I'm excited about that. But I wanted to get a couple of videos done for you guys, so I am hauling some stuff that I got from PR, as I mentioned before, and some of these products are really fun, so let's jump right into it. So a couple of these I already showed in like get ready with me videos, but I wanted to show them more in detail. So this is the BECCA BFFs collection. This is with Khloé Kardashian and her best friend Malika, something of the sort, whatever her name is. But it came in this little heart packaging. Do you have this necklace too? I have this with my mom and my best friend actually. It's a heart necklace, and you separate it and each of you get a piece of it. Do you have, no? Okay. So in this collection, they have 2 face palettes with 4 colors each. So these are meant to go with different skin tones. So the Khloé version is this lighter version. And this one has the soft focus highlighter in Glow Up. Fierce is the radiant blush. So this is the blush highlighter. Another blush over here is called Fabulosity. And then the bronzer is called Cocoa Bronze. And this would be for lighter skin tones. Now, these are reminiscent of the other face palettes that came out from BECCA. I really like those palettes. I didn't hear like a ton spoken about those palettes, but I personally love them. So you can see just looking at these swatches, they're very light. Like the entire palette here might as well just be a highlighter for me. But what I like about these BECCA powders, so they're more like baked mineral powders. These apply nicely to the skin and blend out seamlessly like second skin. And I like that because they don't have like glitter in them at all or any chunky shimmer. It's just this really natural glow. And I like this about these powders. So this is not going to give you a blinding highlight. If that's what you're into, this is not going to be that kind of palette. And I think this palette, like the selection of shades in this, probably go over a little bit better than the face palettes that they recently released. And then the other palette is from Malika. Malika is a woman of color. She's darker. And her shades are obviously going to be meant for medium to dark skin. It's not really for deep skin though. So if you're deeper, probably even, yeah, if you're darker than me, these are probably not going to really suit you. Like this bronzer is not going to be a bronzer, but you can still use it like as a blush or a highlighter. So it depends on what you're into. But I really do like this palette a lot. In fact, I brought it on my trip with me. It's just, the colors are really gorgeous. They're very subtle though, so again, don't expect a ton of like color payoff. If you're into that like high pigment, you're not gonna like these, but I like very subtle. So there's more like this beautiful bronzer that works really nicely. It's a subtle bronzer. This highlight is really gorgeous. Then you have like a coppery corally blush and then a more berry tone rose blush. I like this a lot. So I was very excited for these, just like I did pick up the 2 face palettes from before, and I was really in love with those. Now, the disappointing thing from this collection is this little, I don't know what this is. Let's see. So here are the 2 girls, so Khloé, yeah, and Malika. And Malika is actually a twin, so she has a sister that looks exactly like her. So these are called the Glow Letters. This retails for $18. The face palette retails for $44, which is a little bit pricey. Just a little bit. You get 4 colors in there, but still, that's a little steep. So it's this little cardboard thing with a little foam insert, which I thought was tacky. And it feels really cheap. And then you have these XOXO heart-shaped things. Like, Ooh, it's not, it's meant to be like the Girl On Meteorites or like any of those other products that have like little shapes, like they tend to be little circles or something. The color isn't bad. It's like a bronzy gold. It's not a bad color. I just think the whole delivery, all of it was just, it was done so poorly. The packaging is cardboard. It feels very cheap. And then it's just, it's you can skip that one. And I think a lot of feedback from that is like, nah, it's okay. The really great thing about these though were the lipsticks. So they have 4 shades of the lipstick. So there are 2 nude shades. You have Yours Truly and Cupid's Kiss. So I used Cupid's Kiss in a video. This is the darker nude. It's so beautiful. It's like a peachy nude, and then this one is Yours Truly. It's a lighter nude. That's Khloé's nude. I actually really liked Cupid's Kiss. It's really comfortable, really creamy. It's a satin finish or like a cream finish. And I was very impressed with the formula. I didn't know what to expect because BECCA hasn't really done these kinds of cream lipsticks before. And they've since released a full line of these. So I'm interested to see what other shades they have. So I'll probably see them in store and swatch them. Then they have a red shade that's called Brave. This is a cool tone red. It actually, yeah, it's a cool tone like watermelon red. And then you have Hot Tamale, which is more of an orange toned red. The 2 reds are actually really beautiful. Hot Tamale would be my preference. I love an orangey tone shade, so I was really happy with these. The packaging is really nice as well. It's a little thicker, but like it's magnetized. It feels luxurious. It's this little shiny light champagne. It has BECCA on it. It's just, it's cute. I do like the packaging and I do like the lipstick shades. I think they did a good job with those. Again, the face palette, it's more of a preference thing, but the lipsticks I think are really good. Those little letters though, you can, nah, we good on that. We can throw those out. Thank you. Then I received this collection from Sydney Grace. They sent me these are new permanent shades added to their collection, but they're kind of spring themed. And they sent me these. I wasn't expecting it at all, but I got it in the mail and I was like, oh, thank you so much. Because I was going to pick these up. Honestly, truly, I was going to get the bundle because I do love the Sydney Grace eyeshadows. I owe you guys a video. I did actually do a video with the palette that I received from them. And I showed it in another haul video. But these are really subdued, more olivey tone shades. They're kind of spring themed, but they're definitely more of a neutral greeny kind of palette. And they have mattes. This gray shade, it's like out of the theme, but it's still really beautiful. It's this beautiful like cool tone blue based gray. It's, look at that, it's stunning. Then you have this green. So the gray shade is called Thunderbird. That green shade is called Bravo. Then let's do this caramel. Well, no, it's like a dirty brown. I don't know how she comes up with these shades, but this dirty brown shade is Vanguard. Let me get a better swatch of that one. That one was icky. So that's Vanguard. The mattes from Sydney Grace are gorgeous, okay? They do such a beautiful job with the shade selection. And I think the website needs some work because it's kind of difficult to navigate the shades and figure out what you want and what you need. And it just needs some work. But they're an indie brand, so they're working on it. Alpha is this deep, dark, gray-toned neutral. That's gorgeous as well. Let me do the other green shade. It's like a green brown. This one is General. The mattes are just, I don't know, like they're just so good. They're really good. That one is called, no, that was General. Oh, I did that twice. Okay, I did that twice. That was not, I am failing right now. This one is Admiral. So these shades are very similar depending on the undertone you're going for. Let's show you the shimmer shades because I think they do shimmers extremely well. And they're like foiled shimmers. So this one is Herky Bird. That's cute. Okay, let me dry my hand a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit more intense because my hand is a little bit damp. But that is Herky Bird. Isn't that phenomenal? That has like a dirty brown undertone with a green reef. Oh, that's gorgeous. Then you have Cadet. So these seem like army themed. So that's Cadet, which would make sense because they're green tones. That's more of an olivey sheen with a silver undertone. Then Recruit is definitely, ooh, Recruit is more silvery, but it's still like in that green family. Okay, really like that. Let me see. The purple one is called Troops. So Troops, the thing is too, I don't have to press hard to get the shades up. This one is more of a subtle purple shade, and it has a little bit of a golden sheen. That is gorgeous. They have a bronzy gold. No, it's like a dirty, oh, no, it's like a greeny gold. This is Commission. That one, that's phenomenal. And then the champagne is, which one is this now? This is Major. Is this, yeah, this golden champagne. So these are really great. Sydney Grace, I definitely highly recommend you check them out. I do love them. I feel like Sydney Grace is going to be the next up-and-coming indie brand. Like, they're going to take over for Makeup Geek because these are so good and they keep the price low. It's still $5 to $6. It's not anything crazy. And they're cream eyeshadows. So I have the old packaging of the cream eyeshadows. These, I think, are one of their gems, too. They have really great cream eyeshadows that dry down to transfer free, and I really, really like that. Now, I wanted to mention 2 skincare products that I received from DERMA E. This is a brand that's available in Ulta, and I wanted to bring this up because the DERMA E Anti-Wrinkle Cleanser, this is actually one that I have been using. It's in my shower right now. They sent me another one. It has vitamin A and glycolic acid. The thing about these is they're eco-ethical, right? So they're 100% vegan, they're GMO-free and cruelty-free. They say here it's ethical beauty. They're committed to your health, well-being, and the natural environment. That's why we make eco-ethical skincare. So it's gluten-free as well and soy-free and recyclable. They use a lot of natural ingredients, and it says here they offset 100% of conventional electricity use with wind certificates. So I guess they use wind energy in their production as well. Everything here, a lot of it is fruit derived. And I really like this cleanser. Now, I don't think this is a makeup removing cleanser, so you'd have to do your makeup removal prior to, which is what I do. I use an oil to remove my makeup and then I follow up with a cleanser, and I really like this. It makes my skin feel really nice, and I don't know, like, I don't know how they do it. It's just really well done at a great price as well. And they also included this Radiant Glow Face Oil with jojoba, argan, and sea buckthorn oils. This is in collaboration with Sunkissed Alba, who is a creator here on YouTube. She's all about natural and organic ingredients. So you can check out her channel. I haven't been watching her a lot because her content isn't for me. But this is for Radiant Glow, so you can apply this day or night. And it contains, again, sunflower seed oil, jojoba, pumpkin seed, sea buckthorn, argan, vitamin E. A lot of these ingredients are certified organic. And I haven't tried this out yet, but I am very excited to. Oh, it's like it's an actual glow. Okay, let's see. Let's try it. It's a glow oil. Ooh, I don't know how I am feeling about the glow because I am not a glowy person. Sunkissed Alba is definitely all about the glow. That smells good too. Is this like, it says it's a face oil though. Would I use this on my face? For what? I mean, I guess if I'm going for an all over glow, or if I have a matte foundation, I can use a little bit of that. I'm going to see how that goes. I have to see how it sinks into the skin. If it's like a dry oil, I will see. Okay, come on now, Sunkissed Alba. She's really gorgeous, by the way. She's stunning. Now, I also, it feels good. I will give it that. It does feel really nice. All right, let's see how it absorbs into the skin. Now, the next thing I got that I was excited about is from Makeup Forever, and I thought I was off their PR list, but I'm not. They just send me more condensed collections now. So this is the new concealer. This is their Ultra HD Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer. They sent me the collection with a few shades and also my matching HD foundation shade. So the shade I use, which they got exactly right, is the Y425 in the HD foundation range. So this concealer says it's medium buildable coverage, it's self-setting, so it requires no powder, it instantly brightens in smooth skin, it's crease free, and it has a natural finish, and it's available at Sephora and Makeup Forever boutiques as well as online. So they sent me a few shades. Now the funny thing is the shades that they sent me, the majority of them I was like, oh, they're close, but no cigar. I needed another shade from them. So I reached out and asked them if they could send me shade 45. I think that's one. No, shade 45 was the one I was missing. I prefer the 45. It goes better with my skin tone. It's definitely brightening and lifting. It's not a heavy full coverage concealer. I don't want to call it self-setting though, because it does settle into my lines. Very few concealers aren't going to settle into my lines because I have lines under my eyes. It's just that's it. It's so I don't really think it's necessarily like smoothing, like it's not gonna get into your lines, because it does for me, and I do blend it out. But once I set it, and I do set it with powder because I just need to, it sets really beautifully. I have to test out that self-setting claim a lot more because I haven't really experienced that. I do like the finish of it though, but my favorite concealer from them so far is still, and it's probably forever gonna be, the full cover concealer. I love this concealer. This is definitely self-setting. I do not need to powder this. This dries matte and it doesn't budge or smudge. So that's my favorite concealer. So I'm gonna test these out more. I just haven't fallen in love just yet. It's a beautiful packaging. It has a doe foot applicator. It's that paddle style, so it's flat. And it's a nice concealer. I'll show you the shades so you'll see them swatched and blended out. They're interesting. I'm gonna use it in a video, test it out some more, and then give you some feedback. So let me know what I should do with that collection. Then Urban Decay released a whole collection of brow products. And I love my Urban Decay Brow Beater Pencil. It's one of my favorites. So when they expanded the range and they released new products, I was like, I am interested, please and thank you so much. Thank you. So they released, which is my favorite thing from, I'm going to share, because I did a demo where I applied both of them. If you want to see that in a video, I didn't know if that was a standalone video, what I should do with that. So I did a demo using the product. So let me know what I should do with that. But they have a double down brow. This is a waterproof, smudge-proof brow putty, and I have been using that. So it comes in various shades. It's a duo powder, but it's not really a powder like a powdery powder. It's more like a creamy powder, but it's not like a pomade or anything. So it's not like a cream, which I thought was interesting. The texture is very interesting. They have a little applicator thing that, you know, I don't use, but it has a spoolie on one end and a little angled brush. But you get the two shades, and I've been using, this one is Brunette Betty. I like this so much. So it's not as intense as a pomade where you're just gonna get this harsh line. It just gives you this really beautiful finish, but it's not powdery where it's gonna look dry like a regular brow powder. I don't know what it is. It's a putty, I guess, but it's not. The texture is like a powder, but it doesn't apply powdery. And it's not as like dry, and I don't know, I really like this freaking little powder duo. So if you are into brow products, brow powder type products, maybe try this out. This is actually pretty decent, and they have various shades. So they have like Café Kitty, and I like the names too. It's like warm medium brown, dark drapes is dark brown, Taupe Trap, which is the one they recommend trying first. They say go with Taupe Trap first if you can't tell your shade, and then go from there. But I say try these out in store. They have one for auburn hair as well. It's called Gingersnap, and of course for blonde hair. But I say try these out. They're definitely worth trying out, checking out, and seeing them, because this is the thing that I fell in love with. So I've used the Taupe shade, the Brunette Betty, and the Dark Drape. So those are the ones I'm keeping. Now, in addition to the brow putty, they have like a whole range that they release. So they have brow gels. I'll start with those. So these are the brow finish. And these are waterproof brow gels. Now they have other brow gels, and I have the other ones that I actually really love as well. So it's the Brow Tamer, which I loved, and I had the shade, the tinted one, so this was the dark one. And I really love this brow product, but they released 2 versions of this brow finish. So it's Ozone, which is the clear one, obviously. The brush is a little bit different. It has like a shorter bristle end and then a fuller end, and you just do a little brow thing. I really like this. It's a really good brow gel, so I was excited for this brow gel. And then one thing that they released that was interesting is the Midnight Cowboy version, which is a glitter version. Y'all remember when I did glitter eyebrows? Urban Decay, I think we need to work together. Come on now. So they released a glitter brow gel. Now, not everybody's gonna wear this every day, let's be frank, but when you out here in these streets turning up, like, why not? It's like a champagne glitter. It's really fine glitter too, and the glitter does actually apply to your brows and it stays in your brows. So I thought this was a fun product. It's not gonna be for everybody, but I thought this is actually a really fun product for them to release, and I was excited to see them do it because I was like, I think this should be a thing, and here they come, and I'm like, all right. The other thing that they released, which I think a lot of people are excited about, is this brow blade. So it's a waterproof pencil plus an ink stain. This is different. It has the brow pencil side, which I love their brow pencils. So I have their brow beaters. This is like a micro fine brow pencil. I love this. I use the shade neutral brown, and I have the shade dark. Love the dark shade, because it's like a neutral undertone, love it. But the brow blade, right, they have the brow pencil on one side, which is also a fine point. I really like the brow pencil. I think the formulation is great. It's creamy, but it's not overly creamy, but it's not too dry either. I find that some brow pencils tend to be a little bit too dry. I don't know how you'll feel about this, because I've heard people say that the pencil is dry. I didn't experience that. Maybe they need to warm it up a bit, but I don't know. Like, my pencil was not dry. And then they have the ink stain side. This one has the brush tip applicator, which is very fine. Do you see how thin that is? And you can use it to do that micro blade thing where you do little brow strokes. I personally don't do that. I don't like that. I like a pencil. Like, I'll smudge it out. I like a smudged brow, like a gradient brow. I'm probably the Instagram brow girl. I am not the feathered brow girl. So this is not necessarily something I'm excited about, but I know a lot of people are interested in these. MAC released one of these type of brow pencils, but I think Urban Decay did a really good job with the fine points of this. Like, it's really fine, and you are definitely able to do those brow strokes. So if you're into that feathery brow look, this might be something worth checking out for real. And it does give you like good pigmentation, but it's not like overly pigmented, which I think is something that they did really well. You want a good brow, but you don't want a product that's going to be too saturated and just go like, you can go 0 to 100 real quick. Think about the Anastasia brow pomades. They just do too much. If you're interested, I think this is something that might be up your alley to try out if this is something that you're into. I'm personally not into this. I prefer my brow beater, but I do like the pencil at this point, and I will use it, but it's not like it's not my thing. It's not like, oh my god, I need it. The other thing that they released, these are their, what are they calling it? The Brow Volumizer. So it's a primer and a color. This was another interesting thing. So what they have here is a primer with, it's a little tiny brush, and it's just a beige primer. And you apply this to your brows, and then it builds up volume, and then you can go in with the tinted side, which has color on it. Same kind of brush, but now it adds color. So it's adding body and it's like a mousse for your hair, like a volumizing mousse for your brows. It's just like, it adds a lot of body and volume, and it does work. Here's the thing though, what I found, and I think Urban Decay, hello, hi there. You should do this primer separate so people can actually buy the primer by itself, because I think this primer is excellent. You know, I use a primer in my brows. I think this primer is actually really good for brow products. I actually use the primer for the pomade, the fudgy thing. Wait, name. I know fudgy name. Wait, name. The putty. The brow putty. I think this was so much fun for me. So this is another thing that I think if you're a brow person, none of these products are going to be if you're just casually like, okay, I just need to fill a little thing in. This is for you if you are interested in brows, and like brows are your thing, which they're kind of my thing. So I really like this duo as well. I really like the primer side. It's like a drier formula, and it does help product stick to the hairs. And if you're really looking for like volumized bushy brows, this might be something, guys. Urban Decay might be up to something with this. So I like this. I like this collection. Good job, Urban Decay. Come on, Herbs. I know, you know what, Urban Decay? I'm your friend. I want to be your friend. For real, for real. So the last thing that I got was from Kevyn Aucoin. So they sent me their emphasized eye design palettes. These are 4 different eyeshadow palettes. Very thick package, and I think they could have minimized this. Kevyn, let me talk to you. I think these need to be a little bit more sleek, a little bit more contained, because this is very thick. And we like thick in some things. Thick is good for some things, but not for an eyeshadow palette. But I know why it's so thick, because it's a 5 eyeshadow palette. So you have a theme. So this one is, which one is this one? This one is called Magnify. So it has 5 eyeshadow shades. My eyeshadows, every single one of the palette, one of the eyeshadows popped out. So there's a quality issue here. I don't know it's in shipment, but whatever. You would get it shipped to you too if you didn't buy this in store. They pop out, like the pans. You can pop them back in and glue them in, but I don't... Little thing you need to look at. And then they have a good size mirror. So if you're a person that use compact mirrors for your application, eyeshadow application, it's good. But then they have a little eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow that complements the shades in each palette. So this is the purple palette, which is really pretty. I want to be casual again, so I don't really want to do swatches. So let me know if you want to see swatches of these. So again, this is the purple palette with the cream eyeshadow. Here's what I think they could have done to minimize the packaging. Do a really thin palette and then have the eyeshadow as a separate thing, because this is in its own little container, so we didn't need the palette to house it. We don't mind, at least I don't mind having it separate. I don't mind having it separate and having to carry it as an individual product, you know? So it's fine, and I think they're testing out. Oh, that's cute. Ooh, come on now, Kevyn. So that is, like I said, that one was which one? The Magnify. Then we have, this one is As Seen In. This one is, see, another one of the shades pop out. This also has a purple shade, but it's more neutrally purple. They're quints, so they have 5 shades in them. These are not like, to me, these are not very exciting. They're very simple, wearable palettes. If you're just the everyday girl that just wants a simple palette that you can use all the time. So this has 2 shimmers and 3 mattes. It might be worth looking into. I'm just not blown away by like the color stories at all. I think it's cute, but I'm sure these are gonna be pricey because it's Kevyn Aucoin, right? So I'm sure the price point is up there, and it's 5 shades with a shimmer included. This one, okay, so none of these eyeshadows popped out, thank God, but this is more of like a warmer neutral. And I don't know, like, I'm not like overly excited about these. I haven't really been overly excited about the eyeshadows from Kevyn Aucoin. I prefer their face products. I think they do face products really well. This one is the Focused palette, and this one has a more bronzy, coppery glitter shade. Again, I think these should have been separate. The shimmer shades, the cream eyeshadows are really pretty. They're called cream foiled eyeshadows. They are pretty. All of them that I've swatched are really pretty. So I think these are nice, but I don't know. So let me know if you want to see more about any of these products. These eyeshadows are retailing for, did they say how much? No, they did not. I'm gonna try them out, see if I just get everyday looks out of them. But let me know what you guys want to see. Those are the things that I received in PR. Again, we're doing this a little bit more casual, a little bit more laid back, a little bit less edit intensive, so I can get this up faster. But let me know what you want to see, if you want to see more in-depth videos of any of these products, and I will try to use them in upcoming videos as well, which is what I like to do when I'm testing out products. I just film it because why not, right? And there's a lot to be had coming up. But yeah, I'm excited about trying out some of these new products and giving you guys my feedback. And I will leave links to my Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, where you should definitely be following me along and all that stuff, right? I'll also leave the links below. I will also go ahead and list all the products that I mentioned in this video down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up. Those links are affiliate links that I generate through Sephora or Ulta, and that means that I will make a small sales commission if you shop through those links. If you're not comfortable with that, just shop the way you normally shop. But if you do use my links, thank you so much, because it does help me to put right back into the channel. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.